Hello, welcome to this session of basic algorithm scripting. Today we have to find the longest word in a string. So this is the input string. We have to return the length of the longest word in the provided sentence. Our response should be a number. Okay, so I prepared an explanation here of how the solution should work. So we pick some longest word which we'll use to compare to every word of the sentence to check, is this longer than this? Then this is the new longest word. Then is this longer than this? Then this is the newest longest word, and so on until we find the longest word, like jumped. And then we're gonna check, is over longer than jumped? No. Then jumped stays as the longest word. Is the longer than jumped? No. Lazy? No. Duck? No. So jumped is the longest word. So that's why we have a longest word first with a length of 0, so that we can compare, okay, which is the longest word here. Since we cannot know with JavaScript just with a string what are the words here, we have to break them down into an array. So we're gonna break them by the spacebar. Everything after or before a spacebar is gonna become a word, and it's gonna be saved into an array. Okay, so and then with that array, like I said, we're gonna compare with the current longest word. And if the comparison word is longer, then the comparison word is gonna become the new longest word, and so on until we find out, well, jumped is the longest word. We're gonna return the length of jumped. So let's get to it. I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna start by saying the longest word, which is gonna be an empty string of the length 0. Then we're gonna say words, because it's gonna be an array. It's basically the string split by the spacebar. Okay, and then we're gonna, you have many ways to loop over that, so to go over every single word, and there are many methods to do that, and loops are by far something that can almost always be optimized. So loops are a topic that you should really look into that if you are into interview questions. I'm just gonna do a words.map, which is a method. I think you already have that in other lessons. If I'm not mistaken, in the curriculum you have that before the basic algorithm scripting. And there you pick a placeholder. Well, I'm gonna do an ES6 function. So I'm gonna explain now. So I've done an ES6 anonymous function. It has an iterator, which is a placeholder for every word we go through. So we start here and we say this is word, and then this is word, and then this is word, and so on. So it's gonna go through every word, basically. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm gonna call it word. And an anonymous function looks like this. It has no name, so you cannot really call it unless you give it a name through a variable or something like this. Let's yeah, I don't know, something like that. So then it's not anonymous anymore, but it's not really the name of a function. It's a function within a variable. So anyways, so this is an anonymous function. We're gonna say here, we're gonna compare if the length of the word that is currently iterating is longer than the length of the longest word, then the new longest word is going to be word. So the the word we are iterating over currently. And then we're gonna return the length of the longest word. So, and if we console.log this, we're gonna find out that it is 6 because jumped is 6 characters long. We run the tests and it passes. To be honest, it is not very performant because you go through every word beginning with this one, but if you have, let's say, the Bible or a very big book that you have to analyze, that you have to go through, then it's gonna take a very long time. I've seen other solutions that were, they would split half of all the text and then go through one half from here, go through the other half through here backwards, and then they have two different parallel longest word results, and they compare the longest words of the two parts of the text, and the longest one is gonna win. So yeah, I mean, there are many ways to optimize this, but I think this is a valid solution and it is quite comprehensible. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and leave a comment.